His misshapen body, hidden behind curtains and illuminated by the light above an operating table, almost creates this Rorschach test where every ink blot gets you closer and closer to the same diagnosis as Frank Heffley. All of this transforms what should be a place of healing into a child's worst nightmare. Or really anybody's worst nightmare, let's be honest. Similarly, in the original game, the Ma's kitchen is equally overwhelming. The chefs aren't just tall, they're giants, with heavy breathing making your heart race almost as much as seeing them butcher tonight's dinner as you sneak by, knowing it could just as easily be you on the receiving end of every heavy thud of their cleaver. And I wasn't sure where else to put this in the script, but when we get to see the people of the Ma eating said dinner, it almost reminded me of the pigs in Spirited Away. I just get a very similar feeling in my chest watching both scenes play out for the very first time. I actually think there's inspiration drawn from Miyazaki's work in a lot of the horror games we all love, but I might just save that for another video. Let me know in the comments if that sounds like something you'd be interested in. But back to the game. You have the school teacher with her, suffice it to say, unnaturally long ramen noodle neck. And she's the perfect representation of that all-seeing authority figure that haunted our childhood. Do you remember how it felt when you thought teachers had eyes in the back of their heads? She can quite literally stretch herself across rooms and around corners to peer into any one of your hiding spots. And let's not forget how the camera angles contribute to this feeling of smallness. That side-scrolling perspective with its slightly fisheye lens makes everything more imposing. But when you're hiding, the camera pulls in tight, creating a momentary safe space that only emphasizes how dangerous everything else truly is, and makes things that much more terrifying when your safety is ripped away by one of the monsters. Sure, the perspective is the same, but you are never going to feel like that hallway fight scene in Oldboy. Scale alone doesn't create that pit in your stomach fear, though. It's the use of sound that really turns your knuckles white. Neither Six nor Mono speaks a word, and this silence forces you to tune into every little noise around you. You know that feeling when you're home alone and suddenly hear a floorboard creak? That's exactly what these games tap into. The subtle groaning in the teacher's library becomes your early warning system, the distant static of a television to let you know that the Thin Man could be just around the corner. These background noises are now your lifeline in a world where you're always the prey.